So let's get into the story about Jimoy Suckoo. I was actually waiting on some more information to come in, but we haven't gotten any, so let's get into it. Skeptical of reports that 20-year-old Jimoy Suckoo was accidentally shot when her cop boyfriend's gun went off, her relatives and friends are demanding a thorough investigation of what happened in that hotel room in Clarendon, where she received the fatal wound. The detective at Maypen told me that she got shot at her left side, lower to her breast. When I went to identify the body at Whitaker and Sons Funeral Home, I saw a gunshot in her face, right between her nose and her upper lip, her distraught mother Nadine Suckoo, who lives in St. Elizabeth, told Jamaica Observer by phone on Monday. "This doesn't look right at all," she added. So for me personally, that's a big red flag. The detective at the Maypen police station is telling her that her daughter was shot in her left side, lower to her breast, and when she go look upon her daughter, she got shot in the face. Shooting someone in the face, especially in Jamaica, is very personal. Shooting somebody in the face in Jamaica is to send a message. Shooting someone in the face in Jamaica is not an accident. The mother said she had never met her daughter's boyfriend but had seen him twice during his video calls with her daughter. Jimoy Suckoo, also known as Janae or Nay, was a bartender who lived in Paradise, Westmoreland. Her godmother, Joan Barnes, who lived in the community, was visibly shaken as she begged and wept for answers. "We need the government of Jamaica, Indicom, and everybody to get involved," she appealed as she pointed to the building blocks at the front of the board house she said Suckoo bought with plans to build a concrete structure. The family fears are fueled by our neighbor's unconfirmed claim that she was in a tense exchange over the phone between Suckoo and her boyfriend the day before she died. So that is another red flag for me. The neighbors are saying that she was on the phone the day before that she died and she was in a tense exchange. Probably they argue, probably was quarreling with her boyfriend on the phone, and those two things together does not equal it was an accident for me personally. According to police reports, Suckoo and a 28-year-old police constable were at Hotel Versailles in Maypen when she received a single gunshot wound to her chest from the cop's service weapon, a Glock pistol. The constable initially said she had placed the pistol on the bed his girlfriend was laying on, his back was turned, and he heard a loud explosion. When he looked around, he saw that she had been shot in her chest. According to the report, while at Maypen police station, the constable gave another account of the incident. In that version, he said he had decided to get something to eat and was removing his pistol from his leg holster in order to secure it when the gun slipped from his hand. In attempting to catch the gun, the constable said he accidentally triggered the firearm, which discharged a round in the chamber. So those two things are not adding up for me personally. I'm not a gun owner, but I live with a gun owner and I am going to get a gun soon. But that you have to put one in the chamber first, and then you have to pull the trigger for it to fire. So you accidentally grabbing a firearm does not shoot someone. You have to do multiple steps in order to get one in the chamber and then to shoot. Police took Suckoo to Maypen Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Because of the conflicting accounts of the incident, the constable is to be questioned further. Indicom has launched an investigation to assert the full circumstances and actions taken which resulted in the weapon being fired. The concerned officer gun was recovered and he provided an initial account to Indicom investigative team it said in a release. The incident scene was examined and the evidential material recovered and was processed and packaged. The hands of the deceased as well as the concerned officer were swabbed for gunshot residue. The concerned officer was served with a Section 21 notice persuading to the Indicom Commission of Investigative Act to submit a statement, and an interview will be scheduled. One thing that is sticking out to me in all of this is I'm concerned that she actually took her to this particular hotel and did what he did because he worked in that location and he know people there and he know that someone is going to vouch for him and probably going to help him try to cover it up. And I hope to God investigations are going into who he called and how did Suckoo get to the hospital, because also those people that were on the scene need to be investigated also. And who is the individual that told Janae's mom that she got one gunshot and then she ended up and saw her daughter dead with 2 gunshot wounds? Because if he actually worked at Maypen police station or work in that vicinity and he took her to that particular hotel, that means it was premeditated. That means it was planned. That means he knew exactly what he was going to do. As she awaits answers about how her daughter died, Nadine Suckoo also has questions about her phone. She said Janae had 2 iPhones, but only one has been retrieved by police. The other phone is active on social media. We want that phone, she demanded. And if I was her, I would want that phone too, because probably on that phone you are going to see her arguing with this guy the day before or some other incriminating activities happen on the phone, which is why it can't be retrieved. Suckoo's sister also questioned the circumstances that caused her sister's death. No, I don't think it's an accident because my sister get 2 shots first of all, and if a gun go off with the holster. The sister also detailed that her family member got 2 shots and an accident would not cause her sister to be shot twice. And to me personally, that is my point of view. If she was shot on accident, there's no way she would be shot twice. If she was shot on an accident, there is no way she would have been shot in her face, of all places. No one plays with a gun near their face. No one accidentally shoots someone in their face, on an arm, a foot, chest, legs. His story is not adding up. And none of this is making sense. And I hope her family actually get in contact with a lawyer, get in contact with somebody that's going to do this case pro bono, and keep your foot on Indicom's neck, because they may sweep this under the rug and let him go off scotch-free. One thing I know for sure is it's no accident that Jamaica is number 2 on the line for femicide. Jamaican women are the most killed women by their partners in the world. We are number 2. So women need to be a lot more careful with selecting their partners and just being with men, period, because most of the time you're with a man and they are your biggest haters ever. And this seems to be the case a lot of the times. And also the amount of stories that I've covered with policemen and their spouses or their partners, it has never turned out well. So that is another thing that women need to be careful of. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.